This show is produced by the Harwood Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Cindy Harris. We love making this show available to you free of charge. And if you'd like to help us keep it that way, make a contribution to our Karma Jar or become a show sponsor. To learn more, visit our website. Welcome to this first episode of the Bead Workshop. I'm really excited to bring this show to you because beading was a part of my life when I was a young girl back in the late 60s, and it's just come back into my life again, and I'm finding so many wonderful beads and exciting projects to make, and I'm really excited to bring that to you. Now in this first episode, I wanted to take a few minutes and just talk about some of the equipment that I use when I'm doing my jewelry making. And this is a great little set that I got at a craft store. And here are some of the pliers that I use. Now the first one is this set of, they're kind of a round needle-nose plier. And you can see here that they've got these two round cylinders on the end, and that's really helpful for wrapping wire around and getting that nice round circular look we want. Then the next is a set of flat nose pliers, and these are great because they help you with this flat side. You can really clamp down and hold something, which is really important. The next one is just a pair of wire cutters, and these are a nice small handled wire cutter. They're easy to hold on to, and then you just put the wire through here and you just kind of snip, so that's handy. Then just a couple of other little fun tools to have that can make things a little easier. This is an interesting tool. This is a little thing here that you can put beads in, and that makes it really handy for scooping them up and putting them on our tray. These are a set of tweezers, which can be very handy if you're trying to pick up something kind of delicate. And then this last tool is just a little scoop. It almost looks like a little shovel. And you can see here, this is really handy for just scooping up beads out of one container and putting them into another. Now the thing I really like about having this case is it keeps all my tools together, which is really nice, and I can just Velcro it closed. But the other thing is this stays with my craft stuff. It doesn't get put out in the garage, because if you have tools that your family uses in the garage, you're going to find they get kind of dirty and grungy on the handles, and that's not great for when you're doing your jewelry. So if you have a little container like this, it's easy to store and they stay nice and clean. Now this next piece that is really handy to have is called a beadboard, and what's nice about it is it's got a really fuzzy feel to it, which is nice because with beading, beads are so slick and smooth that they can skitter all over your table and be kind of a hassle to deal with. So with getting a beadboard, you can actually use the little indentions to help you not only measure but line up your beads, and then you can also put beads in these little wells, and it's a really handy tool to have when you're beading. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the stringing materials that we use when we bead. Right here in my hand I have this material. It's called Beading Wire, and what it is, it's a really thin wire. It's super sturdy and it's great for stringing beads on, and you can buy it in a roll and then you just cut off as much as you need. Another material that's really handy is this memory wire, and this is great if you're creating something that you want to stay in a circle. It will actually stay in the shape that you bend it in, so that's really nice. Then there are pieces of leather that you can use in necklaces, and then of course ribbon. So these are all different types of stringing materials that we might use. In our next episode, we're going to talk about the different types of beads and findings that we use when we're doing jewelry making. Now, if you'd like to get a list of the equipment that we talked about today, just go to our website and visit the Bead Workshop show notes, and I'll have a list of everything there for you. And as always, if you have any questions for me, please send me an email. I'll see you next time.